Dear friends, it's such a pleasure to welcome you to the Naija Landlord Summit 2025.
Researchers and from professionals or stakeholders, it has been revealed that we have 20 million housing deficits. What 20 million housing deficit means, forget about that big grammar deficit, is that 20 million people are homeless. That's what it means.
Can you people throw more light on the NHF?
NHF has not achieved its objective. If funding is a problem for Federal Mortgage Bank, and they are still working on getting more funding if it is possible. But for now, while that is going on, government says let's look for other alternatives.
You can't just pay someone who just want to take from where he did not plant. So you need to make that clear. Please, this money that we are paying, show us like a mandate showing that the federal government has given you the mandate to manage these properties. Very, very important. The second one you asked,
what are my chances of making money in oil and gas? The chances in real estate is higher. So I chose the one with the higher chances.
Real estate investment. Oh, it's sweet. There's money in real estate. Oh, they are just there doing what? Waving their hands. Why opportunities is doing what? Slipping through their hands.
The law that gave birth to Lacera is giving government officials the power to go and hawk licensing around Lagos.
Those of us who are not renters that you just came, I can tell you that you can as well earn money while you're working in your office or doing whatever you are doing as your profession.
If you're a realtor here and you're a developer, it's very, very important because you see, when you go to the market will speak back to you.
all these frauds that they will tell you, and we don't usually come every day. Please let me know the day you are coming. The day you are coming is the day they will go and position themselves at that address they've given you. I'm the one that introduced this in the Nigerian legal system to make it an awareness, like an advocacy. Don't buy any property without conducting a court search. Because if I had conducted a court search while my company bought that property, we wouldn't have put our money under that investment. But at that time, no law school will teach you that. It's not part of what they taught us in law school, but it's what practice will tell you. Okay, so if a land is here in mainland, you conduct at Ikeja High Court. If a land is island, you conduct at Igboshere. But where the problem is at the Igboshere, you know when we had the NSAS, the court burnt down. So records up until 2012, you will not find at Igboshere because the court, the NSAS protest burned down the entire document. And you see where the data system is very, very important, why we need digitization. Okay, imagine if all those things were inserted in the system, that record wouldn't have been lost. So if you want to buy any property and there is an existing litigation, and because it's about between whatever year up until 2012, you won't find the record. So even if you go and search, you will not find anything, and then you go and buy. Only for one day you come out and then you see court order taken by so and so date. So unfortunately, that's a problem that we need to deal with. Okay, so another one is go to LASPA. All right, LASPA is very, very important. It will help you to know whether those people that are selling to you, whether they have the permit, the planning permit for them to build. It's very, very important. So this does not come under due diligence strictly, it's under compliance. Okay, so and apart from LASPA, you also need to go to LASPA, especially for off-plan. If you are building, you want to know whether they have secured the required compliance and certificate from Lagos State Building Agency. Very, very important. Okay, so the digital reforms in Lagos, how is it helping us? LASRILA is created to manage the real estate transaction that we have in Lagos State. So if you are practicing in the real estate sector, you must be licensed by LASRILA. So a lot of developers up till now, they don't have, and you know they've criminalized that act now. It's been criminalized. If you are practicing, you must have a license. So if you are buying an off-plan, you need to ask the developer, can I see your LASRILA license? Most of them, they don't have it. Okay? And the question is, should I still go ahead and invest because they don't have it, or should I hold back part of their money until they process it? This is what your contract of sale should be able to take care of. You know, sometimes how I manage transaction is I want to share the risk. The things that will affect my investment tomorrow, I want to put it in our contract. You do your part, I'll do my part. I'll give you a part of this money. You go ahead and do what you're supposed to do. When you have done it, bring the certificate or bring whatever permits or application, and then we are going to pay you balance. You know, but it takes someone who has been in the system to understand how to go about that. And then we have several innovations, the e-land registry and digital filing. But there is a limitation when it comes to that e-search. If you are searching a property that has not been inserted in the system, the system is not going to reveal it. It's only the records that system has captured that it will reveal. So if they give Mr. Kunle, oh yeah, go and scan this particular title document into the system, and Kunle is still delaying. In the process, within the period that Kunle is delaying to do his work, is the period that you come and do a search. Maybe what they have given him to scan it might be a legal mortgage. And then the last on record is that the property is free. Meanwhile, there is a legal mortgage. So when I conduct a search, e-search, I do what we call the strong room. I'll look for somebody, please help me go to the strong room. So and so far, go and check if there is a charge on it. So don't just stop at the e-search. It won't give you everything. Some documents have not entered. So you need to do your e-search. Very, very important. And let me just run through investors' protection. Okay, because of my time. Insist on registered documents only. In fact, in the present day, what is happening in Lagos today, don't just buy anything. Lagos State is not smiling. You must have your documentation intact. Don't just buy because everybody say, oh, everybody is going there. You also follow them and go there. What is the document backing whatever investment you are going into? It's very, very important. Verify all claims. In fact, if I'm going to pay with my client for a property, I will download the pictures of every name mentioned in that transaction. When I appear before a meeting, I'll be checking your faces. This person, okay. Because we are in the world, you might upload the picture of your wife's anniversary. Internet has it. You might upload the picture of your birthday. Internet. So all I need is just to put your name on Google. Whatever it is that Google has, it will release to me. So when I'm going for a meeting, if you claim you are the owner of the property, I will also download pictures so that when my client is ready to transfer, I will look at the face before me and look at the face that I've gotten from internet and look at the face on the ID and ensure that you are good to go before I tell my client, so we can go ahead and do the transfer. It's very, very important before that money leaves, because you are still in control when the money is with you. The moment money exchange hand, you are no longer in control. This English will start exchanging and then it will be so hard. So it's very, very important before that money leaves your custody. Do all you need to do. Okay? So there is this case in Lekki where a parcel of land was sold twice by fake family members. And you see this on Monile thing. We need to be very, very careful when you are buying from them. Because this one will position, you need to find out who is the appointed family head of that family. That is the person you'll be dealing with. Who is the secretary? Those are the people you'll be dealing with. Don't just deal with anybody. You need to verify that before you will continue. Please, it's very, very important. So when you get this thing, please, you will go through the slides. So I just want to conclude. Land fraud, it thrives where ignorance and informality exist. If there is no informality, if there is no ignorance, you won't fall for it. Legal documentation and technology now empowers investors. Okay, every investor must adopt digital due diligence culture. Very, very important. Don't do away with it. It's like when you want to go to the hospital, for the doctor to be able to diagnose you, they will take your vitals. You do some scans and do some blood tests. That is what due diligence is doing, so that you'll be able to make an informed decision. If you don't have all the documentations on ground, you will not be able to make a well-informed decision. It's based on what is on ground. You'll be able to ask yourself, am I willing to take this risk based on what I've seen or what is pending? Very, very important. And these are my key takeaway. Okay, secure title will give you a secure investment. Innovation drives efficiency and wealth creation. Lawyers remain critical to sustainable real estate growth in Nigeria. So I want to encourage us, please do not proceed. Like my friend Madam Toke Awoyika will always say that every real estate transaction commences with a lawyer and must end with a lawyer. Don't just throw in your investment fund. Make sure that it's secure. Thank you so much. And please don't let me go back with my book. Come and take it. Thank you.
I have 3 questions for you, ma'am. Please. Yeah, number 1.
I got one. Go ahead.
If somebody is buying land from a federal government land, like all these estates that they've allotted to people in a federal government housing estate, you are buying land from there, and they've changed the allotee paper to the name of the buyer. They've changed everything, and they've not done the deed of assignment. Okay, let me put the question like, what's the importance of deed of agreement with you doing collecting your allotee paper, changing your name, the name on the survey plan to your name? What's the important, or must deed of assignment be done? That's my number 1 question. Number 2 question is, if you are buying land, especially from in Ogun State, and you ask your surveyor to check, and they say that, okay, this place is an acquisition for it's an agricultural acquisition, and the surveyor is saying that you can still buy, that since it's it's for agriculture, but you can still buy. So what is your view about that? Then the last question is, okay, if this one is about somebody living in an apartment, and we are told that, okay, let me just, where I'm living in a government estate. I rent an apartment from somebody there. So we're told that the apartment is under litigation, that EFCC is there. So for about 1 or 2 years, nobody come for rent. So suddenly the agent came back that, okay, if you are not paying for rent, you need to go. And knowing fully well that this property is still under federal government, is it advisable to still be paying the agent while the case is still going on with EFCC? That's my question.
Let me start with the last one. It depends on who appointed the agent. Is he acting under the federal government? If he's not acting under the federal government, why would you need to pay him? So you need to find out, where is the money that he's collecting, where is he going into? So people will need to have that discussion with him. You can't just pay someone who just want to take from where he did not plant. So you need to make that clear. Please, this money that we are paying, show us like a mandate showing that the federal government has given you the mandate to manage these properties. Very, very important. The second one you asked, yes, you can apply for a mix, another use. Under the law, yes, you can do that. But you cannot proceed with that which you want. Assuming that it's marked out for agric, and then you want to use it for residential, you apply to government. The government will need to approve that. Without that approval, please don't go ahead. It's very, very important. So you need to get their approval. Sometimes they can ask you, okay, yes, because it's within they know the reason why they say this is under agric. Okay, they can also, maybe within a few years' time, they know, okay, this can either go for agri, can go for residential or commercial. They have that power to do that. So, but the application to get that must be done, and the approval you will receive before you proceed with the use you want, whatever use you want to use it for. Then for registration, and that is where the problem is. A lot of people are having problem, because the state also want to be a benefit of that which the government has to, federal government. So this is my counsel. The deed of assignment will enable you to do your registration here and secure that title in your name. With that, you are recognized. State recognizes you. I know that Some people will tell you, oh yes, it belongs to, yes, federal government has it, but you can take that extra step just to have what we call the 100% protection. Because that is where the problem we are having today at Festac and all that, that's where it's coming from. Some of them felt it doesn't really matter. States also want to be part of the proceed. Okay, so you can just take steps to register the deed of assignment, all right, and secure it 100%. Thank you.
Thank you, Barr. Thank you. Okay, we will not be able to take any other question. I'm so sorry. You can see our impression because of our time. Okay, we'll go to the next speaker.
Okay.
So we're taking the profile of the next speaker, and that is Dr. Peace-Davies. I want us to give a resounding round of applause.